Same shit.
So, looks like it's time to start. And first of all, I want to say hey to everybody out there who's joining us today. Vicky, Schweisgar, Olga. Who else is there? Dimitri, what's up? Gina, Margot. Hey, everybody. So, I don't know how it was today where you live, but where I live right now, the weather was kind of crazy today. Not extreme.
It was mixed.
But yeah, just like changed all the time. What about where you guys live? How's the weather there? I think like starting out a conversation talking about the weather is a typical, very English thing to do.
Actually, yeah. We're going to have to Brexit from that situation, though.
Brexit.
All right, 75 Fahrenheit.
Wow, Vladimir, where are you? I want to go there.
We're not far behind. 72.
Yeah?
Yep.
At points.
Huh?
At like today was changing so much.
Yeah.
Cloudy here, sunny usually. In
Colombia. What part of Colombia, Gina?
Cali. Olga says that today was terrible, windy and drizzly. Yeah.
It's about like us.
Yeah, like
for about, what was it, like 45 minutes? That's all we had. And then after that, it changed again.
Yeah. But in the morning, it was just super hot.
Yeah, surprisingly so. I remember standing outside at, what was it, 8:30?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's horrible. Damply. Chris, is that a word?
No.
Are you sure? I think it might be an adverb.
I don't think so.
No.
We can check it.
The only reference I can make right now is not video edible. C and sun and vitamin C.
Vitamin C, that's a good one, Olga. C like the ocean.
Like the ocean? Or like the sea?
Like the ocean.
Like the ocean?
Vicky says super cold and rainy in the morning, extremely hot in the afternoon.
Oh, wow.
That was like here, but hot in the morning, rainy in the afternoon, and
A bit
hot
chilly.
in the evening.
Yeah. And it died.
So yeah, today we're going to be talking about the weather, and we have some good videos to show you of extreme weather.
Chris, have you ever been in extreme weather? Actually,
I
I have a great story about this.
Well, do you want to tell it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, so Chris didn't introduce us, but I think I might
Okay.
just throw this out there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so guys, I don't know how many of you actually know what a hurricane is. I hope a majority of them do.
You've been in a hurricane?
Yes, I've surfed a hurricane.
Not
Not even lying. Not even lying. Pensacola, Florida. I did it during Ivan. Yes.
How big were the waves?
Not about 15, maybe 16 foot where I was surfing. That's like nothing compared to some things, man. It's only twice your height. Can't reach up and touch it.
I saw, like, I was in 10, 12-foot waves in Hawaii.
Oh, man, Hawaii. That's like average, though, for there. That's not extreme weather. I mean, where I was in Pensacola, it was to the east side of Ivan, so it wasn't as bad as some places. Well, I hope you guys can order some sun. But after I went surfing, I went back to like my apartment, and this is what I saw. This isn't exactly what I saw. It's not my picture, but this is Tampa after Hurricane Dennis, wasn't it?
I don't remember. But can anybody out there tell us what kind of extreme weather this is? In the picture.
Anybody with an answer for the picture? Flood. There you go. Radhi. Jacob, which state is it? This is Florida. If that would help you out, Vladimir. But either way, it's always called, yeah, it's Tampa. Flood after heavy rain, yes. So flood. Chris, what are some of the dangers of floods?
Well, it does a lot of damage to houses, and especially the first floors, basements, and like I saw a flood when I went to university my first year. We had to do a community service project as part of our studies, and there had been a flood, and we went around and like cleaned people's garages and
Everything that was
like,
soaking wet and nasty.
like, built them up and stuff.
Yeah. No, floods damage everything they touch, literally. So yeah. So yes, Radhi. I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna mispronounce your name. So yeah, as he said, flood comes from a large amount of water in a very short period of time.
And a lot of debris and trash collects in them.
Absolutely. The same, totally unswimmable. Yes.
Has there ever been a flood where you guys live?
So have any of you ever been in a flood? Nope.
I was talking to some people about this today,
Mm-hmm.
and they told me that in Yekaterinburg, there haven't been a lot of floods. Like,
Real floods.
Yeah.
Like this.
but anyways, there's a dam here that
Of
helps
course.
to control that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Gina, Vladimir, Just, Vicky said no. Oh yeah, you said I remember once. I remember what once?
Flood, maybe.
Possible. All right, Chris. You want to
Did you know that in Russia they have a word flood?
Flood? What does it mean?
It's from English word flood,
Mm-hmm.
but they use it a lot when they have like a bunch of people write a bunch of comments on stuff at the same
So
time.
it's like a slang.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. So Chris, you want to? What is this natural disaster here?
Well, I see one. I mean, I guess it's the disaster. This is a hot disaster.
So this is how floods happen.
Isn't there a term like that, like a hot mess?
A hot mess.
That's this picture right now.
Most definitely.
But what kind of extreme weather how would you characterize this picture?
A hot
Vicky
mess.
asked, can you call it a flood if water comes up to your ankles? If so, then yes, we have flood. Water comes up to your ankles.
I can't lie and say I know specifics, but I believe that if it's over a specific area at a certain height, then yes, it's a flood. I don't know, like inches. Can't tell you. I don't know what square acres.
What officially is a flood.
Yeah, no, I can't say. But I would say, Vicky, if it was up to your ankles everywhere within, let's say, a 5 or 10 kilometer distance around you, I would call it a flood, a localized flood. But I would call it a flood.
Yeah, I guess so. Sometimes you can say that the road's flooded, for example.
Well, exactly, yeah.
Just a disproportionate amount of water, I guess.
Yeah. So you did see a flood.
All right. So what about this picture? What extreme weather is happening here? It's hot, yeah.
Super hot.
Like, what's another way of saying hot? How else can you say that it's hot?
I think you can
Scorching, exactly.
you can get quite a few from them if you try.
What
So
else?
that's just one, scorching.
Yeah. What else is there? Boiling.
Boiling.
Olga is really good with the synonyms. Is there anything else?
Yep.
What, steaming?
Steaming, searing, scorching, no scorching, no searing, blistering.
Blistering hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blistering hot. That's a good one. I didn't think of it that one. Sweltering. Oh,
There we go.
who's Swissgar?
Squishguard. Squishguard. This man.
He always.
So if
comes
I'm
in-
not mistaken, I believe he said it's from Poland last time. I'm probably wrong because I don't remember stuff. But
So, like, all of these are adjectives about hot or very hot. But yes, in the picture, the people are hot, and it's hot in general. But what kind of extreme weather could that be? What's the name of that extreme weather?
we're talking about the specific event,
Yeah, there's like an
or like the
heat,
long-term
like a heat wave. You know?
heat wave. Yeah. that like you could be talking about long term like global warming.
Global warming. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I think we'll be there one day.
Heat wave. Yeah, I think this picture shows a heat wave.
Would you say that in like certain parts of the world, we'll say like Africa, Australia, they have a continuous heat wave, or is it just like that, an average temperature? Would you still call that a heat wave if it's almost always like that?
No, I think that their usual temperature is higher, but they still have heat waves when extremely hot weather comes through.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. Anyways, heat wave is just like a hot front that comes in like unexpectedly, you know? Like out of season.
Yeah. Or when a high front sits on top of you.
Vicky says that the dictionary says heat wave is one word.
Heat wave without space, or both possible.
I mean, it's probably, if your dictionary says it, it's probably true.
I don't know. Actually, I've watched quite a bit of Weather Channel in my life.
Yeah.
Not even gonna lie. I used to leave the TV on the Weather Channel because it had the best music. But anyway, I
don't know, Vicky. I would say that both are correct.
Yeah, I saw it split.
But heat wave as one word probably it makes sense as a noun.
Might be the difference between British and American spelling, though.
Yeah. So let's see. Vladimir asks us, "What temperature do you have in mind and picture and heat about the heat wave?" The picture and heat wave. Okay. I don't know. I think it depends on the location, of course, but I'd say
90s.
heat wave is like
90s.
Yeah, at least plus, not plus 50. I'd say plus 40.
No way.
Plus 40, like 100, 102, 103.
Yeah.
Like that's really hot. 100 and up.
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
And that's also going off the heat index, not the like actual temperature.
All of it says 35 is already too. Yeah, I agree. I think like 35, 40, just like heat where you can't do anything. You know?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even so much the heat, it's you feel the humidity.
You should work in the kitchen. Average temperature is 43 degrees.
50 says 29 Celsius for my country. Humidity is very high here and it makes it worse.
Of course.
Yeah, humidity.
That what brings up the heat index, which is what it feels like, temperature.
Yeah. All right, enough of this disaster.
Tragic.
What's this one? Oh, this is the thing that you were talking about before.
Yeah, so people, a lot of people call this by different names. Like, really. I've heard quite a few. Do you know any of the names for this?
It looks like a summer shower.
Summer shower?
That's what I would.
So I've called it a sun shower. A shower. Okay. But no, this is a specific shower with sunlight. Okay? Chris, would we put these words together? Would it be sun shower with no space?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So, yes, sun shower. If any of you know another name of this event, I've heard quite a few. A mushroom rain.
Mushroom rain?
Yeah.
Well, that does make sense.
Yeah. So a mushroom rain.
It's also the rain that brings out worms.
Yeah. I don't think that one has a name, but it's one of those. Rainfall.
Rainfall, that's a good one.
Okay.
Shower, rainfall. Those are some good general terms.
Downpour. No, we're not quite to a downpour yet, Vladimir.
But it could be a downpour if it's strong enough and short enough.
Well, time is very important inside of a downfall. Downpour. Rainfall, downpour.
Yeah.
Let's just, mix them together and we'll see what we get. So, any other names? I just got rainfall, downpour, wet stuff. Cats and dogs.
Oh, good one.
There we go.
So when does it usually rain, though? Sometimes it just rains.
It normally rains whenever there's clouds around. Probably about 90% of the time.
Do you remember at school learning different types of clouds, like the
Yes.
types?
Why
do we even know that?
Cumulus is the only one I remember.
I don't remember.
Cumulus. That's all I got for you. All right. Any other names? So I got a smiley face. I don't think that's a name. Fox and Dog Marriage Rain. Fox and Dog Marriage Rain. Is that like Dog and the Fox movie, like Disney movie, like way back in the day?
What's that? Lady
Fox
in
and
the Trump.
Lady in the Trump.
Lady in the Tramp.
Precipitation.
Oh,
Mushroom.
good one. Precipitation was the one we were looking for. Yeah.
Mushroom rain, I know, is when it goes diagonally. Did not know that. All right.
You've seen the film Forrest Gump, right?
No. Of course not.
Come on. So, like, there's the scene where he just gets rained on in all different directions, and he's just saying, like, it was raining all over the place. Like, talking about monsoon season.
Yeah, in Vietnam. Yeah.
And he's like, the rain was, like, bouncing off the water and hitting you in the face. The rain was, like, just every direction, you know?
All right. Precipitation is different. Okay.
Precipitation is like any kind of liquid or solid that
precipitation
falls from the sky.
No, precipitation is the chemical reaction of a gaseous substance turning into a liquid substance, which is what rain does inside the clouds, and we can call it precipitation.
Right, but that includes hail and other types of things that fall out of the sky because they originate as liquid and then they become solid on the way down.
Well, that's not precipitation.
It is. It became a liquid.
No, a liquid turning into a solid is different.
That's in midair. It does that.
Okay.
But it's produced inside the cloud as a liquid.
Snow can also be called precipitation.
Right.
All right. Reaction is called precipitation cycle. Yes. Excellent. Okay, so, Chris.
Yeah.
What happens if there's no rain?
That's bad. Bad for plants, bad for farmers, bad for everybody.
Bad for everybody. Yeah.
It looks like that.
It does look like that. It's quite horrible. Vladimir, on point.
Vladimir said drought. That's right.
Absolutely. So this is quite an extreme situation that's happening everywhere right now.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Hugo was telling me today that in South Africa they've had a drought for 3 months.
Really?
Yeah, the only time they had rain was like a little drizzle here and there.
Mm-hmm. See, the weirdest thing though is, I mean, Mexico's been a pretty dry country for most of it, but if you go look at like some satellite pictures, they're pretty green right now because it's changed. They're getting a lot more rain now, so seems like things are shifting. So yeah, drought. Is there any other names for this? Dry season.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, dry season.
It's not really dry season though. It's a specific time when it's so dry, it doesn't rain for such a long time that plants die, the land just dies, everything just becomes...
So it's a lot less than average rainfall per month, per year, per season, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yes, dry season would be something similar to that. Because there are places that naturally, you wouldn't call it a drought, but it's a season. Like we have winter and snowfall.
But like, for example, let's take Vietnam or Thailand. Mm-hmm. They have rainy season.
And dry season.
Monsoon. And they have dry season. But dry season doesn't mean that everywhere looks like that.
Well, actually almost nowhere looks like that. Because of how wet the wet season is. Waterless season. I don't think we could call it that. You could try.
But that kind of explains it.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, Chris. So I don't know about you, but like,
oh crap!
You remember this, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever sit through one? I did not surf and stuff like this, guys. This was not the surf. I wasn't out there like with this. I couldn't do that.
Is this a hurricane?
Yeah, this is a hurricane. Well, actually, depending on where it is, I think we could call it a tsunami. Radhi, man. I really hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Because you have it down.
But tsunami is more like, maybe this is right before a tsunami.
Tsunami is Pacific and...
It's a giant wave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, no, not a tsunami. What is it? No.
Tsunami, yeah.
Monsoon. You just said it a minute ago. Monsoon.
What? This is monsoon?
No, a monsoon.
Got it.
A monsoon. Is the difference between hurricane and monsoon Pacific and Atlantic Ocean?
No. That's tsunami and tidal wave, I believe. Tsunami is what happens in the Pacific, and tidal wave is what happens in the Atlantic.
So what about monsoon? And
Monsoon is just rainy season.
it's a circular storm, though.
It doesn't stop raining for weeks.
Of course. I know monsoon is a rainy season, but it's heavy rains during a specific time from a specific weather event, if I'm not mistaken. Storm at afternoon in summer season. Yes. Okay. So that's the direct translation. We'll throw that out there. All right. So Chris, you've been in a hurricane, right?
No.
No, not really.
You have, right?
Opal and Aaron. Do you remember those two? Way back 91 and 94? No, not 91. 94 and 98. Something like that. 90s. Anyway, in the 90s, there were two hurricanes. They weren't that bad. Like Category 3 and a Category 2. Something like that.
I'm trying to think where I was in anyone. I was probably in Hawaii.
So yeah, two hurricanes in Florida. If you would like to Google them, Aaron and Opal hurricanes.
Oh, you missed what hurricanes.
I did. There's no like left click. Hurricanes. I didn't fix all of it. All right.
Did you at least get the double R?
Yeah, I got the double R. That was it. At Facebook, I cannot use your keyboard. Do this. I hate your Apple computer.
So, what's the next extreme weather example that we have?
It would be something like smaller and more destructive.
And more centralized?
Hi guys, Alexei. Glad to see
Wow,
you
that's
there.
an awesome picture.
It is quite.
That's an amazing picture. Do you guys have you guys ever seen? Oh, look at that! Vladimir said Twister. That's right.
That's the movie, though, right?
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen the movie or any of the shows or programs about tornadoes and people who chase storms?
Crazy stuff.
No. This isn't a hurricane. This is a tornado. Yeah. Tornadoes, they happen a lot in the Midwest.
They're happening a lot from anywhere from like Louisiana over to the end of Texas, and then all the way up to way past Arkansas.
Yeah, and Ohio has like a good deal of tornadoes too.
Don't they have something like Tornado Alley, right?
Yeah. Tornado Alley.
Alley.
That's over by Oklahoma, I believe.
See, I don't know. Couldn't remember.
But in Ohio, when I was growing up there, I remember several times when on the TV or radio, they just started saying like, there's a tornado alert for this county, this county, this county.
Yes.
And like, we would just take the radio, take some food and drinks and games and go to the basement and just chill there. And the radio would say like, tornado alert is finished. And we go back upstairs.
Yeah. I've never been near a tornado. I've seen a water fountain. That's it.
The only time it came near my house, just like all the windows and stuff started shaking, and
It's like
it
a
just
hurricane.
blew past.
Yeah. It's like a hurricane, except for like 3 hours.
Yeah. So let's see. Alexei is asking who we are. I'm Chris Maricos, and this is Jake Dog. That was it, right?
Jake the Dog.
Jake the Dog.
Yeah. It's Adventure Time. Anyway.
So, yeah, you're right, Radhi. Tornadoes pull all kinds of stuff up. And there was one story about, I don't remember where it was. I think it was North Dakota or probably South Dakota. There was a tornado. It picked up a cow and threw it in the air so far that it went into another state and went through a guy's roof.
That was a nice legal battle. Into another state, into a guy's house.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you too, Alexei.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Alexei. So tornadoes, they're pretty destructive, but most of the time they hit places where people aren't.
Well, people don't build houses there because they know there's going to be tornadoes there. They're like, this is a bad idea. Let's not do it. I mean, it would be really dumb to build a major city where you know there's going to be massive tornadoes all the time, every year.
But is there any way to counteract tornadoes?
I don't know. Maybe a hydrogen bomb. Or that one giant octopus that came out of the sky.
So I think it's high time that we watch a video.
It is.
I just want to say high time.
You just think, high times.
Hail the size of baseballs caused widespread damage in Texas, shattering windshields and windows in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The powerful hail even pierced a hole through the roof of this home.
It's just incredible, you know. I've never been through anything like this before.
Not even police cars could escape the fury of what Mother Nature unleashed.
Wow, that's crazy. Did you guys see all of the damage that happened because of that? I'm interested in what you guys can tell us about extreme weather where you're from. Or maybe you've been caught in a storm similar to the one that's been shown on the video or one that we've been discussing.
That's hardcore, though.
Radhi said hail.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a good video about hail coming up.
We do, too.
Yeah. So this one is just like some extreme weather, but the woman who was talking here, I don't know where she's from. She had a crazy accent.
Crazy accent? Probably Arkansas.
This church in El Dorado.
So Radhi, there you go. That's hail for you. It's like someone's shooting into your house, but there's no bullets coming in.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And all the windows broken in your house and you have to fix them all.
Well, one guy said it went through his roof.
Yeah. Where's that video? That was
I think that was, at the beginning of this one.
Now that's hail.
That's like you need to have a hard hat and like a bomb vest on.
Yeah.
Would not walk out in that. I wouldn't be in a car in that. That would go through your roof.
That's crazy. Has there ever been hail like this where you live? Write us in the comments. That hail is just like ridiculously destructive.
India?
Radhi says India. Do you have hail in India? I'm sure you do.
No,
everywhere. No? Wow. Vladimir says that's possible around here. Vladimir, where are you from?
We could guess.
Vladimir, it's definitely not a Russian name.
No. Oh my God, he's
Russia.
from South. I would have never have guessed.
Wait, does that mean south of Russia, like not in Russia, one of the places south of it?
Wait,
or
maybe
does it mean
Mongolia?
in the south of Russia. Olga says hail is possible here.
Mm-hmm. With thunderstorms comes hail.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens with this guy.
Put your finger over the camera.
That is ridiculous. That car was destroyed.
All those cars are destroyed. Imagine how big that storm is and how much damage it produced.
Yeah. All right, enough of that video. It was a little depressing.
Slightly.
Let's check out this one.
This is quite extreme, though.
Chasing storm is my entire.
It's one of the most beautiful things in the world.
Michael Binsky is a photographer and storm chaser and has been hooked on extreme weather since he was a child.
When I started kind of getting into photography, I realized people were chasing storms, and I had no idea that people did that. I realized I don't have to wait for a storm to come to my house. I can actually go out after it and improve my chances of good photos, and it really just took off from there. When I really want to do the
Wow. This video is just ridiculously cool. Do you see the quality?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the way he captured the storm and did the time lapse, crazy.
That's the best way to shoot it.
Best job I could.
I knew I needed to spend as much time out on the plains as I could. Last year, I was out there for a total of 7 days, and this year it was 14. To get the footage that I wanted to get, I knew you gotta be out there. The footage we got this year was incredible. There were so many amazing moments. The first one was in Canadian Texas. It was just beautiful supercell. It just kind of formed. We were on it from the beginning. We saw it go up. We got near it and we waited, and all of a sudden it just starts rotating, and all of a sudden this little needle funnel just starts coming down. And you could just see the whole cloud like just rotating. I couldn't be happier to get something like that on time lapse. One of the other ones, which was in western Texas near New Mexico, and as we're racing towards it, the sun is going down, and there's all this line of rain in front of us, so the sun had backlit these storms and all the rain, and we finally get close to the storm, and it's a beautiful supercell with crazy purples and the orange and lightning. It was one of those surreal moments where, you know, if you came back the next day, it would just look like a boring farm field, but at that moment, it felt like we were on another planet. It was an amazing moment, and it was one of my favorite clips from this summer. There are a lot of dangers.
Wow, so what do you guys think about that? This videographer did a really good job.
It's taking extreme weather and making it beautiful.
Olga says that she was almost struck by lightning in her childhood.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. If your hair stands up, fall on the ground.
I know my great-grandmother, she got struck by lightning, and it went through her body and out her toenail.
Mm-hmm.
And her toenail was curly for the rest of her life.
Wow.
What? Olga says it was in a graveyard. That sounds too crazy.
Something that just shouldn't happen.
Craziness. Standing in a graveyard getting struck by lightning. It's not a good one. What about this storm over the city?
You should add the video link in chat.
Which one?
The video we just watched.
Oh yeah, that video was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So let's check out the next one.
Start to the finish line. And if you
World ocean water temperatures are heating up to the warmest on record. The oranges and reds on this map show where temperatures are warmer than normal. In July, it was the hottest since record-keeping began 130 years ago.
Warm water is the fuel for hurricanes. So the warmer the water, the stronger a storm can get. Warmer the water, the stronger a storm can get.
That's hilarious. So what they're getting at is that the climate is changing. Temperatures are changing. What do you guys think about that? Is that a serious problem for us?
Here, where I'm at right now in this specific location, no, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because, I mean, here everybody's like, oh yeah, it's getting a little warmer. Good for
Thank
us.
God.
Finally.
Yes.
but everywhere else, people are like,
No.
it's getting too hot.
Yeah.
But is it really?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. But
today, some people were telling me that they think it's just a big scam and like it's just a theory and it's not true.
of course.
Raj says it'll end the journey of Earth one day. That's
Not really. Well, unless of course, like, I mean, if all the water on the entire planet become liquid and then become like polarized by some like solar flare event, it would be flung off the Earth.
what would.
All the water.
Really?
Yeah. Really. But anyway, Al Gore stuff. Yeah, we're gonna fly to the moon with our monkey friends. Yeah, but I mean, anyway, not talking about Al Gore.
So how would it happen if all the water?
No, if all of the water on Earth was liquid,
Mm-hmm.
okay, there wouldn't be very much land. In case you didn't know.
It's all.
But if all of a sudden the sun spit out a flare that was polarized, which means it has magnetic charge, and it polarized the water on Earth, and it was the opposite of our magnetosphere, it would literally fling all of the water off Earth. Because that's what happened to Mars.
Really?
Yeah, and our planet was an ice ball, and that like microwaved us and made liquid water.
Used to have a lot of snow. Now we almost don't have it. It rains a lot here. It's hotter than it used to be in our region.
Well, the problem about that is humans live quite a short life. I don't know about you, but I've only been here 27 years. And I would say that my perception of the weather in the short time I've been here is not a great judge of what the entire Earth is doing as a whole. Because this might happen like every, 200, 300 years.
But now we have the internet and other tools to communicate what's happening in all different places around the world.
Yeah, but 200, 300 years ago, that could happen and we never knew it was happening.
So maybe it's just always been happening.
Maybe. It might just get hot and then cold and then hot and then cold and then hot and then cold and it just works that way. But probably not, because CO2 is real. That's a real chemical and stuff. Cars make it.
So, this video sucks. Let's go to the next one.
I'm Ava.
I'm Ben.
I'm Madison.
I'm Drew.
We're the Disaster Dodgers.
I'm Jacob. This is Chris.
I'm Chris.
And we're here to help you. Be prepared. Today, we'll talk about something that can happen at any time and can do a lot of damage.
Like a surprise quiz from my teacher.
Much worse.
So, what do you think is the first disaster? It can appear quickly and cause a lot of damage. Any ideas out there? Gush of wind. Chris, can we say a gush of wind?
I think so. But usually we say a burst of wind or, no, not a burst of wind.
Gust of wind.
A gust of wind, yeah. Isn't that what she said?
Yeah, no, gush. Gush.
Gust
So
of
a
wind,
gust of wind, if I can type on your Apple keyboard. So, we'll see if a gust of wind is correct.
Weather.
Like a tornado or a hurricane.
So, would you say that a gust of wind would be the same as a tornado or a hurricane?
My professional opinion is absolutely not.
I like your hat, Chris. So let's see what these kids say about some of the other disasters.
Extreme heat.
Or extreme cold.
What about a flood that's caused by severe weather?
Floods are really common. They can happen in every single state.
Lots of things can cause a flood.
Heavy rain.
Rivers that overflow.
Really big ocean waves.
Melting snow.
A dam.
Chris, isn't there a song with like a levee in it?
Yeah, we were just listening.
There is a song with a levee in it. Maybe you guys out there know what a levee is. If you know what a levee is, pop quiz. Go ahead and write us down in the chat. real quick.
Levee. Maybe we should write levee
Levee?
too.
No. So, a levee. All right.
Or levee that overflows.
Floodwater is dangerous, especially when it's still moving. It can knock you off your feet.
And even if the water looks clean, it could make you sick, so never drink it.
These kids are hilarious.
Chris, do you drink water off of the street? Like, if it's not a flood, like it just rains and there's water on the street, would you drink it?
Usually not.
Okay, yeah. Well, after a flood, I'm definitely not going to drink it. Actually, any water that's on the street, unless it's from a store, I'm not going to drink.
Why were they trying to drink it?
Well, they said you shouldn't.
Well, yeah.
We should believe them.
They have more experience than we do.
Yeah.
In this matter.
In Russia, in spring,
We have river runoff.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, gross.
Okay, we're gonna leave it like this the entire time for the rest of the video.
That's awesome.
Hi everyone.
Beauty cool.
Beauty cool.
Hey, what's up?
Fashionably late as always.
Yeah. So this face that he made was just classic.
This is great.
If there's heavy rain or a bad storm, keep a TV, radio, or cell phone on for flood alerts.
If you find out there's a flood watch or a flash flood watch, it means flooding may happen.
If you hear there's a flood warning, tell an adult right away so that they can take action.
If there's a flash flood warning, tell somebody and get to high ground fast.
Floods are dangerous. Never walk through floodwater, and adults should not drive through it.
What's she doing?
She's a hurricane, bro. This is what hurricanes do.
They're just having fun.
Yeah.
Hurricanes can cause floods, but they can also bring other kinds of danger.
Hurricanes are strong tropical storms that form in the ocean and can come onto land. Hurricanes have strong winds of at least 74 miles per hour. They can even reach 155 miles per hour or more.
So Chris, the fastest hurricane to date in miles per hour.
No idea.
Less than 200. Have
What?
you ever driven like 200 miles an hour in a car?
No.
No? 200 miles per hour. Imagine that. That's the thing that picks up houses and puts them in other states, not cows. Craziness.
But here it's what, 177 miles per hour?
They can go up to 150.
There's this dude. He just has the best faces. Like,
What's that guy that makes faces all the time?
which one?
The black guy that makes faces all the time. You know what I'm talking about. He's been putting memes.
Freddie Murphy.
No.
Freddie Murphy.
You
Did
know,
I just say that? Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Freddie Murphy.
Maybe. Anyway, this kid's got it down.
Or are you talking about Dave Chappelle?
Ah, there we go. Man of many faces.
When a hurricane comes, heavy rain, strong winds, and large waves called storm surges can damage buildings, trees, and cars. So it's important for you and your family to be prepared.
If you're at home during a hurricane, use a TV, radio, or cell phone to listen for alerts.
Keep away from windows and glass doors.
You see, like, when the hurricane is watching you, you gotta hide under the table.
Yeah, if that girl's outside dancing next to your house, if she's out there dancing, you need to run and hide underneath tables.
Oh man, this is great. This is the best video.
Lie on the floor under something sturdy like a table, because things could fall on you and hurt you.
If it's expected to be too dangerous to stay in your area, you and your family may be asked to evacuate.
Evacuate?
You'll need to leave your home and get to a safe place. If that happens, follow instructions from officials. If you get separated, follow your family communications plan to reconnect, and be sure to bring your family emergency kit.
Now, what about you guys? Do you have a family emergency kit?
Chris.
Do you?
Actually, a part of my family are preppers. Not even lying.
But what about here?
Here? No. I have my hands and a rubber band, normally.
Well, all you guys who live in the middle of Russia, when that hurricane comes,
If a hurricane comes to the middle of Russia,
you
I'm just
better
gonna
have your family emergency kit ready.
I'm gonna move to Australia.
So,
Hurricanes can be really dangerous. So can twisters. You know, tornadoes.
A tornado is a violent storm that sometimes looks like a funnel or a cone.
If you haven't seen one up close, you've probably seen one on TV.
Winds can reach up to 300 miles per hour.
Now that's fast.
Tornadoes can happen in any state, but most occur in the middle of the US, in what they call Tornado Alley.
somebody was talking about Tornado Alley already.
I think, yeah, I said that one time.
Who lives there?
All of the states? Okay, so we should start at...
No, I'm saying who lives on Tornado Alley?
Who lives on Tornado Alley? You got me. You.
Keep a TV, radio, or cell phone on for tornado alerts.
A tornado watch means a tornado may be possible in your area.
If there's a tornado warning, it means someone has seen a tornado nearby. You and your family need to get to a safe place immediately.
If you're indoors when a tornado comes, go to the basement or lowest level of the home or building.
Stay away from windows, doors, and outside walls.
There she is again, dancing outside that poor woman's house.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you see her dancing, you need to run as far away as possible.
Right?
Don't hide underneath the table. Run. That table will not help you from that little dancing girl.
Did you see her eyes before when she was dancing?
Yes.
Like
satanic.
What? Yeah. They probably showed this to children too.
Dude, yeah. It's almost as bad as that one guy.
Oh, that guy?
That one guy.
Get under something sturdy and use your arms to protect your head and neck.
Don't open any windows. A tornado is one good reason to stay indoors. A heat wave is another one.
There we go with the heat wave, and there's a new dance.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Some like robot. Like she's throwing up the peace sign, isn't she? No, that's like demonic hands.
Yeah.
Look at this. This girl is like some like voodoo witch doctor.
She just went like this and the temperature rose.
Yeah.
Hey, can't you turn on the heat a little? Yikes!
A heat wave is an extended period of extreme heat, and to make things even worse, it often comes with high humidity. This kind of heat can be dangerous and can threaten the lives of older people, young children, and people who are sick.
When it's super hot, stay indoors as much as you can.
Heat rises, so stay on the lowest floor away from the sun, especially if you don't have air conditioning.
Drink lots of water, even.
All right, we should thank these kids for their performance, but it's time for us to move on.
Great pause. Great pause.
Vicky says that she's just behaving like an ordinary woman. Danger.
Voodoo Master? Maybe Voodoo Master?
Rodkey says, why do Storm has female names always? Because Storm and female
That's not
destroy
true.
everything? Yeah.
Dennis.
What's the
Ivan.
rule about that?
If they go by alphabet, if they use a name one time and it turns into a hurricane and it makes landfall, it is no longer a usable name. They go through the alphabet at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
They start on A and they move forward. It's first classified as a tropical storm.
We're talking about male or female names.
There's a list that they made a long time ago with every single possible name on the entire planet. That's normal.
Only girls answered the question, she says. So let's check out the last video. I don't know. Is that a sandstorm or is that a dust storm?
I believe it's both names. Sandstorm would probably be in the desert though.
Yeah.
But both of them are particulates of dirt inside of the air.
Mm-hmm. It just looks like. Did you ever see that movie where, like, some kind of aliens just like attack Earth in New York City? It's like first person video.
Oh, well, yeah, kind of.
And they, like, the first thing that happened was just a cloud of dust that just like destroyed things on its way.
Might have. Wouldn't know the name. It was
Rodkey says last time happened in Canada. Olga says sand wall. Let's watch further and find out.
Shut up. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at this man! Hey! Coming down! What is here?
That's crazy. I've never experienced that. Have you?
Never. Not even anything similar to that. I've been on the beach and had like good winds blowing, and you can see like dust if you look off in the distance. Like it's really not really so clumped together like this. It's not so compacted. But this is crazy. I just...
Oh, it just moved all of... Well, did you see that? It just went whoosh all at once.
So that's what it looks like when a tornado forms, huh?
Yeah, a fully formed tornado, just, it rips through things like 300 miles per hour, somewhere like around 500 kilometers per hour. Just, it's so ridiculous. The amount of force that's there.
It's craziness.
Okay, really quickly. Oya, wind spout.
Oh, wow.
So I've seen a water spout In Florida.
Yeah,
in
Florida they have
Yeah,
them.
I've seen a water spout. I've never been near any sort of tornado like that, anything like that. That's intense. But a water spout is kind of cool, unless you're on a boat, and then it's not cool.
Why?
Because on a boat, it can come to you. A water spout, when it hits land, it dies because it drops so much pressure. That's why you are here now. And then maybe, nobody knows. Chris, you remember how I told you this is the thing that picks up houses and puts it in other states? This is true power. Like, just amazing.
Come again.
Wow,
And that was the end of it.
That was a great ending.
That was the end of it. After that, there was nothing. Beauty cool.
Beauty Cool says, want some Italian brandy with ice? Oh, she's talking to Olga, not to us.
Yeah, I guess.
Doesn't even
want
matter.
to
Invite us.
Yeah, thanks, Beauty Cool. Next time, whenever I have some Armenian, cognac, I'm not gonna share.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys.
I could probably have some Italian brandy without ice, even.
Maybe. Might even be warm.
You know what Italian drink I want to try again?
What?
Limoncello.
Limoncello?
Yeah.
That's.
I also had this liqueur from South Africa. I just don't remember what the name was. It was like this white. It's like Bailey's, but 100 times better.
Really? Was it a milk product like Bailey's? Wouldn't know.
So yeah.
All right.
I think we covered all of the extreme weather, right? Oh no, we didn't. The thing that is really a problem right near Moscow, like right around Moscow area, volcanic eruptions.
It might be. But if any of you know what this is and the sound that follows, the name of it, please just shout it out for us. And I would throw out volcanoes.
Which one?
If I could. This right here. There's no volcanoes. If I had volcanoes, I would throw volcanoes on.
Well, they know what volcanoes are.
I hope they know what volcanoes. But what is this? What is this and the sound that follows it? Anybody out there? If any of you know.
What do you see in the sky, and what's the sound that follows it?
There we go. Lightning, and the sound that follows is. Oh yeah, you always have it.
Thunder.
Vicky, one up. No, thunderstorm is
lightning
where,
and thunder together.
And rain, and yeah.
And wind. And by the way, there's a collocation, special phrase that we always say in this order: thunder and lightning. We don't usually say lightning and thunder.
Definitely not. You know
and
why?
Like black and white, or what else? Like bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder and lightning.
Storm. Fireball. Yes, Vladimir, fireball. Congratulations. High five for that one. Electric lightning.
Well, on that note,
we're gonna buzz
thunderball our way out of here. So it was great seeing you guys, and see you next time.
Yep.
Nice beard.